here we are in again. I'm glad to be inside where it's nice and warm. It is going to be a cold night tonight, that's for sure, up here in the Yukon. So Donge, how are you again? But it's good. It's good to be back with you for a few more minutes. And I know that there's some questions. Oh, I didn't notice, but Mrs. Claus must have left me a cookie. And certainly Mira, who's 8 years old, asked me, what kind of cookies does Mrs. Claus bake? Well, one of her favorite cookies is a keefly cookie. So keefly are almost a crescent roll type of bread that's made in Hungary. If you make them very small and put lots of cinnamon and raisins and other good sweet things in them, it can become a cookie too. But Mira, the workshop is not made out of gingerbread. That I know that a lot of kids enjoy making gingerbread houses and things like this at Christmas time, and not only enjoy making them, but I'm sure enjoy eating them as well. I'm glad that I can be speaking to all of you in the Greater Victoria, all over the library branches. I hear there are 12 branches across the whole area. Certainly that one of the things that I enjoy doing too is sharing my knowledge of the lore that we have. And one of Donnie, who's 7 years old, asked me what reindeer like to eat. Did you know that reindeer are the same animal that we call in Canada the caribou? And the caribou and the reindeer both like to eat mosses and sedges, but they also like at this time of year to find the little tips of spruces and willows that are those are treats for them. In the winter, however, most of what they eat is lichen. However, if you put out a plate and put some carrots, will surely share those with the reindeer as well. Others of you, Amalia asked, do we have a dog or a cat? There are some dogs, because certainly before I learned how to fly with reindeer and pulling the sleigh, I used dog teams to pull the sleigh as well. But they only can go on the ice and snow. They can't fly on the northern lights like reindeer can. But we do have in our house a cat called Sitsa, and my wife named it. It's also the Hungarian word for cat. Hungarian is a language that's very unique, and they have their own name for Santa as well. Santa in Hungary is called Miklos. And if you go from one country to another, I have different names. Like if you go to Quebec, what I'm called is Père Noël. If you go to Brazil, I'm Papai Noel. If you go to Germany, I'm Weihnachtsmann. Almost every country has a name for Santa. In Hawaii, I'm Kanakaloka, which is really a fun name. But the one I like best, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it too, is what I'm called in Finland. Do you know what they call me in Finland? Are you ready? Joulupuki. And it means the man with a beard like a goat. I like that one very much. But I'm cursed man. I'm Viejo Pascuero in Chile, cursed man in Holland, Viejo Pascuero in Chile. In Russia, I'm Father Winter, Dade Moros. In England, I'm Father Christmas. And just like Santa having many names in different countries and places, so do we can say Merry Christmas in many different ways as well. Which I'm sure you already know some of the different ways of saying Merry Christmas. That I'm sure you probably know what it is in French. Oh, I'm sure I heard somebody say Joyeux Noël. And then a lot of people know Spanish. And the way you say Merry Christmas in Spanish, Feliz Navidad. And so from country to country, like Germany, Fröhlich Weihnachten, that in the Philippine language, Tagalog, it's Malagayan Pasko. So you can say it in many different ways. Up here in the Yukon, the way the Southern Chichoni people say, it's a little bit harder to learn, but once you learn it, it's very easy. Utsa, Kwadachi, Danzu, Nakwatat. I'm sure you could say that quickly with me too. Utsa, Kwadachi, Danzu, Nakwatat. Every language has a way of saying Merry Christmas. In Brazil, it's Feliz Natal. That wherever you are, there are ways that you can wish people a Merry Christmas for sure. Let me look at the list to see if there's some other questions that I can answer before I have to go again to see what's happening in the workshop. Adeline, who's 3 years old, asked me what my favorite reindeer is. Oh, that's a very difficult question to answer, Adeline. And if I were to say one, then the others would be very sad. So I have to say I like all of the reindeer. But there's some reindeer that are very special for very special reasons, like Blitzen and Donner. They often are the wheel deer on the sleigh, and because they're so strong. But Dancer and Prancer, I can't, who often lead the sleigh, that are like Comet and Vixen, that they do it sometimes as well. I'm afraid I couldn't say, but there is one reindeer that people talk about a lot at this time, and it's Rudolph. Do people remember the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? I'm sure you do. That maybe I should try to sing that. No, well, we can wait. Maybe next year we'll sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Let's see if there's another question that you might like to have me answer. What do elves do? Elves, this is what Emmy asked, who's 6 years old. Do elves make any other things besides toys? The elves are very inventive, and they make all sorts of things, like these stockings just behind me. That they made those. They made those too. So there are lots of different things that elves can make and do make. That they're very creative. But right now, at this time of the year, the main thing that they're concerned about is making sure that all the toys are ready for Christmas. There's no question at all that that's a very important thing to do. Omar, who's 8 years old, asked if the Grinch is my friend. Here in Whitehorse, every year we have a Santa parade. And every year the Grinch is there as well. So the Grinch and I have been walking in the same parade or riding on floats in the same parade for a long time. So there's no problem at all with the Grinch and I. We can get along very well. Also, Omar asked if I have a favorite color. Looking at me, what do you think my favorite color would be? I think that's pretty obvious. My favorite color would be red. That's for sure. That Simon, who's 7, was asking me what's my favorite food to eat. Well, certainly I enjoy lots of different kinds of food, but people, when they think of me and eating, often they think of just of cookies. But I couldn't live if I ate only cookies, even though that would be pretty amazing to have a cookie diet that eat only cookies. But no, I enjoy eating many, many different kinds of food. And one of the advantages of being able to travel around the world is being able to enjoy foods from all over. So I enjoy my empanadas from Chile, or my ravioli from Italy, or my penne from Poland. So there's no question that there's many different uh, foods that I've learned to enjoy. My injera, I can remember the first time I had a chance to eat in Ethiopia. That no, it's an amazing arrays of food, and so never stop trying and experimenting with other people's foods. I'm sure you'll really enjoy them. That and he asked, Simon also asked, what do I do in summertime? Well, as I said, there's always work to do. We do take breaks for sure, but when you get a little bit older, we'll be able to explain a little bit more of how long it takes to make sure everything is just right for Christmas. It takes a long time. That are there any other questions that I've missed? I'm sure that there are many questions, and if there are other questions, you can always write a letter to Santa, and we'll try our best to answer those questions for you. The Northern Lights are something that I really enjoy, and I've even seen them in your area in Victoria. I know that the Northern Lights sometimes shine there as well. A couple of weeks ago, we had just a spectacular display of Northern Lights here in the north. It was just a very, very special night. And people stayed up all night long watching the Northern Lights dance across the sky. And there are some stories about how, if you whistle, you can bring the Northern Lights down. And there's a legend that says that's how reindeers learned how to fly. When an old marmot saw a young caribou who was so impressed by the Northern Lights that he just wanted to go up and dance with the Northern Lights. And the old marmot whistled the Northern Lights, and they came down and lifted the young caribou up, who was able to dance with the Northern Lights. And that's how the first reindeer began to fly, or some people say that. It's an interesting story, which maybe I can share with you in a longer form sometime. But there are lots and lots of beautiful things that you see in the north that regrettably you don't see so often when you're traveling in the south. That I enjoy being in the sleigh and flying alongside the Northern Lights. It'd be really pretty spectacular, and with the colors and the dancing lights. Maybe we should sing a song to end our time together. We can sing an old song which has been around for a long time. That we wish you a Merry Christmas. You want to sing that with me? Here we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That reminds me of Christmas time in Puerto Rico, an island in the Caribbean, which can be very, very warm, but they think it's cold when it's 20 degrees outside, or 15 degrees, it's getting really chilly. And they have a custom, much like the carolers that we just heard about who were singing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." It's called a piranda, where they go along singing their Spanish carols. And when they come to a house, you have to give them something to eat and something to drink. But if you give them something that's really good, and they might want to stay all night long. But and have their party at your house. But every country has its different customs and ways of celebrating Christmas, and I'm sure you have yours. Very special ways that your family and your friends celebrate Christmas. And I hope that I'm part of it as well again this year. It's been such a delight to have a chance to visit. And maybe we can do one more question before I have to go. What do Santa, this is what Donnie has said, what do Santa and the elves do on Christmas Day? Oh, after a long Christmas Eve, what do you think we like to do? We like to have a good long rest. And some of the treats. I can't possibly eat all the cookies that I've been given by children all over the world. So I bring some of the treats back in the empty bags that had held the gifts. And so we bring those back and we share those and have a little bit of a very quiet party, because we know what we really want to do is rest. So once again, I would like to say, Utsa Kwadachi Danzu Nakwatat. A very Merry Christmas to everyone. And as we say up here, the Southern Chichone people say, Shathan Dagun Ta, which means take care. Take care of each other and enjoy your Christmas together. And may the light of Christmas shine in your hearts all year long. Feliz Navidad, Joyeux Noël, Malagayan Pasco, Merry Christmas. I've got to go out again and see what's happening around the workshop. Goodbye.